Another family member had this massive, horrible fight between two of their dogs where they both ended up in the hospital. But it had been brewing because there were no boundaries in the home. There was no structure in the home. They took a lot of risks. They did a lot of blatantly dumb things like let the dogs be underneath the dining room table when they ate dinner at night, and without understanding that what's the state of mind of the dog? Why on earth does he have to be under your table when you're eating? And then sure enough, piece of food fell and there was a massive brawl. Dogs are under the table, the whole family's there. It was a big chaotic mess. They ended up at the vet. When something like that happens, you obviously have to separate them at that point. Then you have to start bringing them back together again. And you have to do things with caution if you want them to be able to be together. It can happen. Sometimes it can't happen. Sometimes it's broken. It just depends on how savvy and how much work that people want to do. But they have to go get the dogs, walk them together, be very quiet, don't allow any resources, don't have any resources in the house, no balls, no toys. You have to go cold turkey. And again, I'm talking about people that are in crisis management, not your average, I don't want people walking away from this going, oh, she said they can't have toys. They can't when you're rehabilitating them from a massive fight where somebody was really badly hurt. Very difficult, but you do have to begin to integrate them back in, but you have to be cautious. You have to be vigilant. You need to look at it as something that's going to take a long time to resolve if you're going to do it right, because you don't want to have a second fight. If you have a second fight, you're probably going to have more fights to the point where you're going to have to rehome one dog. And that's
and dogs will hold a grudge against each other. And it starts to get bad. And I've always found if it gets to the point where the dogs can't really even look at each other, be in the same room together without exploding, usually at that point, the likelihood of success is 1%. It gets very, very challenging.